How's it going, everyone? Yeah, today it's time to see if we can't get this playfield colored a little bit. You seen me, or if you watched the last episode, I scrubbed the heck out of this thing, and we didn't lose much more than what was already gone on this playfield. You know, it was pretty crispy. Crispy, I mean, it was dried out. So we have to try and see if we can't get this colored in a little bit and see what we can do. I have an idea. I had seen this or heard this on one of the other channels that I watch about pinball, about some people doing this, and I figured we would try it on this one. This is a perfect candidate for this. What we're going to do is we will take some paint and we're just going to kind of smear it on what's missing and then wipe it off, and it should stay in where the paint is missing. So that's what we're going to try today. See if we can't get it to kind of color it in. I matched up some good colors. Since we're not going to be painting the whole area or an area, anything close I think is going to blend in pretty well. So I have this ocean blue for our blue here. I have this cadmium yellow for our yellow. It's got a lot of orange in it. I have some crayon orange for our orange, and just some regular red for the red. And for our light blue, I have a Hawa, which is pretty close. Like I said, I'm hoping, because I still have to touch in here. I still have to put our red in here. And a little bit of orange. So hopefully this is close enough. I know it'll be close enough for what we're going to do. So I'll get you set up in the tripod, in the stand, and we'll try it a little bit and see what it's going to do for us. See if that's going to work or not. Alright, let's give it a try. I mean, what are we going to do? Ruin it? It's already ruined. Can't make it any worse. I better shake that up. And instead of a paintbrush, I'm going to use a cotton bud on a stick, courtesy of my buddy Carlos Fields. And let's see what happens. We can just kind of rub it around where it's missing. And then wipe it off. Might have to do it more than once. Get it down in there. And then let's not wipe so hard. too bad. I mean, there are going to be some pretty bad ones that it's not going to want to fill in. I think the little pinholes and we may have to let it dry before we do it again. And try not to get it on everything else. And get you down off of there, and you had your setup on the other side. And that's what it looks like now. Just that one little area I did. Like I said, we need to let it dry and then see if we can get a little bit more on it. A little more on it. So you see what I'm going to do. I'll do this whole little area here in the blue, and then I'll bring you back and show you how it turned out. But like I said, I'll let it dry and then I'll do it again and see what happens. Alright, I just wanted to see what it what it was going to be like. This side I did the smear and wipe. I didn't get all the way down through there, but and then this side I just painted it. Just went ahead and painted it. And I see on the smear and wipe you still get some, oh, I don't know, not brush marks, towel marks, I guess, where when you paint, you do get a little, see if I can get you, you do get a little bit of brush marks. That spot doesn't want to cover. But, moral of the story here is, either way works. If you just paint it in, you get it all covered, and it'll all be the same. Where here, you'll be kind of off in areas. So, I think what's going to happen is I'm going to end up just painting in the blue these two spots, and I'm going to come up here and I'm going to do these two spots. I'm just going to paint it in and be done with it. And then we'll try something else. Try the yellow. We'll see if the yellow wants to do any better. If not, I may end up painting it in. That yellow is pretty close. But what's nice is the areas that are bad are big. So you can kind of, if you paint the whole thing, I mean, it all looks original. So that's the plan, is I am just going to go ahead and paint them in. Doesn't take that long, and it's not that hard. So let me get busy. I'll get this, get that one painted, and then I'll get these two painted, and then we'll take a look and see what it looks like after it's all painted, those 4 spots. Now with all the blue done, and I went ahead and did the orange. Got all of our orange touched. And now I'm working on red. And this is one of the worst areas for red is in through here. The yellow is going to be my last, of course, because I hate yellow. I can never match up a good yellow. But I'll work on it, and hopefully I can get a yellow to match up pretty good in there. But let's do some red. I'll still work on some blue later on. I need to get that all squared away in some of our badges. But right at the moment, I'm just doing some big areas to see how it's going to look after a lot of the big areas are done. So far, not too bad. Gonna match up decent. Since I have to do all the blue and all the orange, you know, as long as you're close. The blue, you can see a little bit, you know, a little different under the mylar for the pot bumpers, and up in here I think I'm just going to leave this alone, because when you're standing in, God, I wish I'd quit kicking that, because when you're standing down here you don't see that blue up top. Let me scoot you over. So I'll get you set up, and let's get this little area right here of red done. You can see what it looks like now. And I'll show you what it looks like when we're done.
Life comes in all forms and shapes. Look, you will see them all. Taste both the sweet and the bitter grapes. So when the rain does fall, gonna clear, the clouds will shatter. Just you wait and see. And all of those things that you thought mattered were footprints in sand, washed clean away by the sea. So don't
shows that I'm a little nervous. I've just realized that I can't let go. There's something about me and you, so let me stay here a little while, at least until I calm down. Please don't say it's all about me. It's something about us, something I like to try.
That's it. I'm done. I mean, I could sit here and touch on this thing for a week. You watched me do some blue, and you watched me do the red. I got my yellow and orange. I got our little spot fixed up here. If you remember, I don't. It's been so long since I've been screwing with this. And you know, there's still a few little areas that that you could work on. Like I said, you could spend another week touching up on this and painting and doing this and doing that, and it's just at some point you have to say enough is enough. It's done and it's ready for clear coat. I think it really turned out nice. I'm no painter, no artist, but I do feel I'm getting a little bit better at it. You know, there's a lot of stuff in the Knight Rider that could be done, but I'm not gonna. No, I took my acrylic pen and did some of the black lines, and I'm just a little too shaky to get them all done like they should be done. So I did the worst ones, and that's it. Did around my inserts, and the paint matched up pretty well. The yellow, this is more of a yellow gold. I could have done just a straight yellow to, make it bright like it's supposed to be, but then it wouldn't match anything else up on here. So I figured that's the closest I could get. The orange, I painted all the orange, so it didn't matter what I used, as long as it was close and turned out. Yeah, I'm pleased. A lot of work, but it's worth it to me anyway. I don't know if it's anybody else wants to go that far, but if it's worth it to you, then do it. I know there's going to be some critics down the road that's going to say, you should have just clear coated it the way it was, or those colors are wrong. Well, they may be wrong to you, but I like it. So, live with it. So now what we're going to do is, I got to dust this all off, and then we're going to put some clear on it. We're going to put a couple, 2 or 3 real good heavy coats of clear on it, and see if we can't get her polished up so it looks good and shiny. It's kind of like, ooh, I see something shiny. But we'll do what we can. So let me get it dusted off, get it wiped down a little bit, and then we're going to throw some clear coat on it.
out what you're putting in. All your hopes and efforts are all in vain. Who will pick you up when you've lost everything? Does it all become for granted with a wedding ring? Oh, there must be more. There must be another way. There must be conscience. Different things in different ways. There must be love. There must be a reason. And a little bit of faith has got to come my way. I was just a little girl when my mama used to say, ooh, happiness requires work every day. Oh, and if that someone makes you smile and leaves you with a scar, don't let them tell you what you feel or who you are. Oh, there must be more. There must be another way. There must be conscience. Different things in different ways. There must be love. There must be a reason. And a little bit of faith has got to come my way. I give it all to you.
That's it. I got, I don't know, 6 coats of clear on it because somebody screwed up in areas. And I got the last coat on, and it's time to wax it. Time to put the mirror glaze to it. Okay, what happened? Why so many? Well, part of it was dumbass me. I was using, well, I am using, see what it says there in blue and the white letters? Water-based. Clear gloss. Okay. Somebody got the bright idea that after clear coating it, putting on 2 really good coats, somebody had the bright idea, I'm not going to mention any names because he's a dumbass for doing it. I figured I would wet sand it with 1500 grit sandpaper. See what that says? That should tell you right away what happened. At first everything was fine, you know, I was wet sanding it out and man, it was looking good. And then I started noticing cloudy spots that where a little puddle of water, little drip of water was sitting. Okay, didn't think nothing of it, you know, so I went ahead and I wet sanded the whole thing. Man, it looked nice. It was really going to turn out good. And then I noticed where those cloudy spots were, the clear coat lifted and came up. You can still see a few little spots here and there. Okay, that was one. That was my dumbass fault. The other problem I had was paint marker pen. Water-based, Aqua ink. See what it says? Aqua ink. Non-toxic, extra fine point. That's black. Man, that worked out so nice. Finally got used to the pen, and I was able to just go ahead and draw in and make some nice lines with it and everything. And when the clear coat hit it, it run. So it's like a Sharpie. Next thing, whatever you do, if you're going to clear coat, do not use this type of acrylic craft paint. Crafter's Closet. It was lifting. As I was coating it, you know, it was working out fine, and then over in this little area here, the paint started lifting on me. And it there, and a few other little spots that it started. Like, my God, never gonna end. So needless to say, I had to sand it, the bad spots out of it, which then I removed even more paint and had to touch up even more. Redid the red in a different kind, in my normal kind of paint, and I also had to touch up on either side of the truck's headlights on both sides. Man. And it, you know, it's off a little bit, but our spinner sits here, and we have plastics that go up on the side, so all you're really going to see is the lighter blue, aqua, turquoise, seafoam, whatever you want to call it. So that was my ordeal. It's been about 3 or 4 days I've been screwing with this. Not full days. I have other things I'm working on as well. Just to piss me off, I work on it a little bit, and then go do something else. But you know, it happens. You know, part of it was my fault trying out wet sanding and not thinking that this, if you do like a end table or something with this clear coat and you set down a wet glass without a coaster, if you notice that little white ring, okay, that's what this did. So I learned my lesson there, which, hey, had to find out. I'm glad I did. Now I know better. Yeah, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger and a little more knowledgeable. So there is a few little dark spots here and there on my Playfield from the run of the black. You know, like here, it smeared a little bit. I tried cleaning it up the best I could without, you know, stripping it all the way down again. I mean, and then here's another dumbass. That was me. I had my paintbrush in my hand, and I had my palette and was painting, and I hit the Playfield over here. I cleaned that up and didn't even notice that until after I cleared it. Got all the way down here with the clear coat and looked at, oh, just covered it up. It's like, oh, well, that's just gonna have to be how it is. But now it's time to polish this turd out and see what it's going to look like when we're all polished out. So I got my Meguiar's mirror glaze ready, and I'm gonna, you know, instead of setting you up and letting you watch me scrub it out, I'll do a little area here, and then I'll show you how it's going to look, what it's going to turn out. That's after the glaze. You can see there. Got a nice reflection, and we come up here and the reflection disappears. Come back down here and it's all nice and shiny. So that's what I got a little kind of a blemish here, and I knew I would after everything I had to go through to get it this far. But it is what it is. I'm not going to worry about it. I like it. And I'm the only one that counts when it comes to liking it. If you don't like it, then don't finish watching the video. So what I'm going to do is I'll get this finished, polished out, and then we'll take a look at it when it's done. When we're all nice and shiny. There she is. Got her done. With old wimp arms now. That sucker really, it polished up nice. I think it did. It came out good. Like I said, you're not going to notice the difference here. You know, when you're standing down here at the machine, there's going to be a spinner sitting right over it, and you're not really going to see it. And you'll have plastics on either side of it, so it'll be fine. Colors look good. The aqua, blue, green came out good. You know, we had to paint an awful lot on this machine, on this Playfield. We did all around both slingshots. We did all the orange, starting here, all the way over, the red, all the way, all the aqua here, all the red, orange, and then I did this little bit of blue after my screw up. I wouldn't have had to do it, but you know, crap happens. But I'm really pleased. I like it. I know I keep saying that like I'm trying to convince myself, but I do. I think it turned out really good. I mean, that sucker's so shiny you can see the back box. Okay, next episode, we got to flip this over and start putting it all back together. Change the lights, clean our inserts, put our drop targets in, and then we'll be ready to flip it back over and start populating. I got to get our stand-ups up in, our switches, put our switches in, spinner, you know, all kind of fun stuff that's got to be done. But we're moving along. Not too many more episodes left on Knight Rider. Kind of moving through Knight Rider pretty quick. That's alright. I got a real toilet coming up that's gonna next. It's really gonna take some time. So there'll be lots of episodes on it. It's an EM. But hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. And I will see you on the next video. And get over here. Come on over here. Yeah, there you go. See ya.